feel so alone in my memories, but it's different with you.
I'm happy to tell you a few more embarrassing stories about my love life.
Well, I promise not to laugh.
Really?
I promise not to laugh much.
All right. How's it going, Peter?
Good. Nice to meet you.
Same here. Well,
I
I
like your
saw.
backdrop.
Thank you. Yep, I had to represent.
It looks like you're in a little love triangle here.
True, true. I gotta tell you, I really liked the film, which brings me to you. I liked the way that it presented itself, like from beginning to
Thank you.
end, and I liked especially the chemistry between the Nat and Lucy, and they overall a great job on the film.
Thank you so much. I'm really glad that you liked it.
So my first question is, I know this was based on a novel, but how did you get to adapting it along with the screenwriter? How did that all come about?
So I wasn't involved in the adaptation process. I read the script some years ago, and I loved it, but it was already in development somewhere. And so I asked Brian Keaty at BCDF Pictures, production company that I've collaborated with, if he could keep an eye on it. And when it became available, we jumped at it. And I was just coming off of the Hayden game, and Lucy and I were looking for something to work on together again. And so I sent her the script, and she loved it just as much as I did. And yeah, we were off and running.
That's awesome. So what was it like working with Lucy Hale and Nat Wolff? Because like I said, these guys gave great chemistry and they were like the heart of the film. What was it like working with these two?
It was just a wonderful experience. The two of them are, the kind of the complete package. They're so talented. They're so um, fun and easy to work with, and they're so committed to doing good work, to finding the truth in these moments, and to giving these honest performances. We spent a lot of time, the three of us, in pre-production, working on the screenplay, workshopping these scenes, and making sure that there wasn't anything that rung false for either of them. So that by the time we got shooting, both of them really just knew these characters inside and out. Helped me a lot to know these characters inside and out. And so, from the first day of filming, I just remembered that literally on day one of filming, I had the two of them making out in the coat closet. So I really threw them into the deep end, and they really, everything that I threw at them, they knocked out of the park.
Yeah, and one thing that really struck me was sometimes when you see these type of films and you get to see the backstories of the characters, it would just cut to the other character's reaction to it. But what I really liked what you did with it by having the other person in the scene
Yeah.
right before right when the aftermath happens. I mean, that I think was visually enhanced, and I think that's what made it work for me because it felt like at this point it wasn't a typical rom-com anymore. The fact
Yeah.
that you get to see them involved, like for instance, when Lucy breaks up with her boyfriend because she slept with the brother, we see Nat sitting across from her at the table. I absolutely love that because I'm like, all right, this is not what I'm expecting
Yeah.
now. I like the fact that it just shows how involved the other person is in this person's relationships,
Yeah.
and perhaps what they can do to possibly remedy it should they get together. And that's what I really liked about the film.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a line that Lucy has where she says, "I usually feel so alone in my memories, but it's like you were right there with me."
Yeah.
And so, it was kind of working off of that we thought to inject this magical realist breaking the fourth wall aspect into it, that not just do flashbacks, but really show the storytelling, show the storyteller and the listener. And so, because really what this movie is about is these two characters um, finding someone that they can feel completely vulnerable to to tell their high and low moments to, and the other person just completely accepting the other unconditionally. And that's what's special about this relationship, that nothing, no matter what, is going to come between them except for you.
Exactly. And that's what I really liked. And I like the fact that, you know, they both have their flaws. They're like a little bit different in terms of why they can't commit, but yet they have more in common than they think. And I think that's what really works
Right.
well. It's not your typical boy meets girl and all that, you know, opposites type thing.
Yeah.
But I like the fact that these are two people who have a same thematic connection, but yet they have different flaws. But ultimately, you know, you've had your fingers crossed that hopefully maybe these two will get together. Who knows what's going to happen? And what
Yeah.
else was, no spoilers, but I like the twist at the end where, especially with one of the characters, something's revealed that we didn't know about until that very last moment. And I was floored. I was like, wow, this is great. You know, like, this is perfectly executed. So,
Oh, I love that. Yeah, great. Yeah. Yeah, I'm so excited for people to see the movie, and every time watching the movie with other people and seeing their response both in moments like that, but also how much people are able to find themselves in these characters. And everybody that I talk to afterwards, they want to tell me about their past relationships, and it's starting to make them think about their own past in a different way. And it's I would love it if people come out of this movie with um, you know, having connected with these characters and gone on this journey with them, and maybe come out with a bit more hope about themselves, their ability to let go of some of their own baggage, and connect with the people in their lives.
exactly. So, how long did shooting take? And did you face any issues during production at all, or was it just a smooth shoot?
So it was a smooth shoot, but we faced plenty of challenges. But it was smooth because we were prepared, and but no, it was a challenging shoot because we shot it in 22 days, um, which is faster than a lot of, movies that you would see. And we had 38 locations. So we were constantly on the move. Everybody just had to be really on their game and dialed in. And, we had some things thrown our way, some unexpected storms that, I had to change things around how things were going to be shot, um, and losing locations at the last minute. So there were things like that. So we were constantly on our toes. But then as soon as we start, as soon as we roll camera and call action, it was a sanctuary. It's a very calm environment so that these actors could feel at ease and comfortable.
Oh, that's awesome. So finally, with this coming out, is there anything next for you that you can talk about that you're working on, or you're going to be another film coming up, or are you just taking it easy at the moment?
So always working on new stuff. Obviously, the writers and then actors strike put everything on pause for about 6 months or so. So things are just starting to gear up again. So I've got a few things in the works, and hopefully get one of those going for this year.
Awesome.
So I'm optimistic. Yeah.
So everyone check out Which Brings Me to You. It's coming out on January 19th, only in theaters. And as Peter said, you're definitely going to find yourself, if you can relate to these characters. If you, especially with the trailer, you'll get it right away. And Lucy Hale and Nat Wolff really bring their A game on the film. And Peter, thank you once again for talking about the film.
Thanks so much. So glad that you liked it.
All right, you take care.
You too.
All right, bye bye.